Good morning, children. Welcome back to Social Studies tutorial. Let's continue the chapter 4 of Civics, Gender, Religion and Caste. So students, in our last video, we have learned that how women are discriminated in our society. And just because of this, they are facing so many problems or disadvantages as they are being discriminated in the different aspects of life, that there has been a creation of two spheres like public and private, where like women are supposed to perform in private sphere only, and they are being discriminated in the aspects of education, salary or remuneration, jobs, even like there are the cases of female ferticides, and sometimes they have to face domestic violence, harassment or so on. So there are so many problems. Now what we have to, like in today's session, we are talking about the women's political representation that provides an idea that how we can overcome with the problems which are existed there in our patriarchal society. So students, what we observe that the term is, or the heading is self-explanatory, that women's political representation, that the only way to overcome this problem is just giving more and more opportunities, or there is more and more participation of the women's participation, then only the position of women can be empowered. So if we'll go through with this, then you can though we have got our independence so long before, but even after this the proportion of women is very less in politics. If we talk about Lok Sabha, according to the data which we have received in the like on the basis of 2014, so there is only 12%. Then in state assemblies, the women participation is only 5%, and comparatively, if we just get the average, then the participation of women is 23.5%. But before making the solutions, there is a question which comes to our mind, that why women should be given the political representation or chances for the political participation. So the answer is, or the only answer is, that if it is so, definitely they'll represent their concern and will bring reforms and do something for the well-being of their section. As we have already seen that in Scandinavian countries like Sweden, Norway, Finland, even apart from this, if we just have a look at other European countries, the participation of women, or the proportion of women participation, may reach up to 43%. So for your reference, you just go through with the graph which is given in your textbook. Now let's look that what kind of solution we can make. So students, there is a solution to overcome this problem, that there must be a binding legal provision to have a fair proportion of women in elected bodies. Though we have given this in Panchayati Raj in India, as in our country there is 1/3 seats are reserved for the women. I hope you may easily recall while talking about the women's participation in Panchayati Raj, since we have learned already in our previous chapters that in 1992 we have got the changes, since there was an amendment in our constitution and seats were reserved for women both in urban and rural local bodies, which resulted in increased participation of women. About 10 lakh women are represented in these local bodies. So students, though we have given that opportunities to women in Panchayati Raj, that is the level which performs at local level, government's local level. So what exactly, similarly there must be the provisions supposed to be made in Lok Sabha as well as the state assemblies, though it doesn't mean that the that no it doesn't mean that no effort has made, as a bill has already been represented there in the parliament, but somehow it is pending from the side of Rajya Sabha. A bill with this proposal has been pending in parliament, but we should be very optimistic for the same. Now, sometimes people ask that expression of gender division is good or not. So, if we talk about that expression of gender division is good or not, so definitely yes, it is very good. Why? Because unless the efforts are made for the same, then there will be no empowerment in the conditions of women. And already we have learned about the feminist movement, so it is far away or far different from the division of like gender division in caste or religion, because the feminist movement is led to the intention of equality instead of dominance. So what exactly, if we just wanted to explain this concern, then we may easily explain that yes, expression of gender division is good for us, because somehow it will help the improvement or help the empowerment of women in the aspects of all the spheres of life. So students, with this content, women's political representation, we have completed the first pillar of this chapter, that is gender. In the next video, we'll start the next pillar of this chapter, that is religion, that how religion affects the politics or how politics affect the religion. Thank you. Till the time, stay home and stay safe.